First, the headlines. Sultanate stresses its firm stand with Jordan and support for everything that would guarantee its security, sovereignty and stability. The Minister of Commerce and Industry and Investments Promotion launches automatic license approval service via Invest Easy platform. And 31 deaths and 3,130 new COVID-19 cases are registered in the Sultanate during the last 3 days. Good evening and thank you for joining us. Those were the headlines, and now the details. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq sends a cabal of condolences to His Excellency President Andry Rajoelina of Madagascar on the death of the former President of Madagascar, Didier Ratsiraka. The Sultanate in a statement said that it is closely following up the developments in the sisterly Kingdom of Jordan. The Sultanate affirms its stand with the kingdom under the leadership of King Abdullah II Ibn al-Hussein and offers its firm support for everything that would guarantee the security, sovereignty and stability of Jordan. His Excellency General Sultan bin Mohammed al-Nu'mani, Minister of the Royal Office, reviewed March of relations binding the Sultanate of Oman and the Islamic Republic of Iran when he received His Excellency Ali Najafi, Ambassador of Iran to the Sultanate at his office today. Cordial conversations were exchanged on several fields of the joint cooperation and means of promoting them to serve the mutual interest of the two friendly countries. A range of matters of common concern were also discussed during the meeting. The Minister of Commerce, Industry and Investments Promotion launched automatic license approval service via Invest Easy platform. More details coming up in this report.
To enable local and foreign investors obtain permits that allow them engage in commercial activities immediately, the Ministry of Commerce, Industry and Investment Promotion launched an automatic licenses approval service through the Invest Easy portal in cooperation with 10 government entities.
This is a very important step in the ease of doing business in Oman. Out of 1,800 activities, the investors, business people, and capital venturists and people who are interested in doing business in Oman can get an automatic permission for more than 1,500 activities, which is, I think, which will make doing business in Oman extremely easy. This will ease, of course, the what people complain always about, transaction cost and entry into the market. This will make it very easy to enter the market. It will also reduce the cost of doing business in Oman.
It's a very good step towards the future of Invest Easy, and I believe all the participants and investors will be glad to see what has been achieved. It's really going to make things are very easy and it's going to be reduce a lot of work and effort.
The digital transformation team affiliated to the Ministry of Commerce, Industry and Investment Promotion follows up the automatic licensing approval service provided at the Invest Easy portal to reduce the cost of investment and speed of completing transactions of business owners.
The service is available 24/7 on the e-portal, so investors can reach the service through the self-service on the Invest Easy portal, or he can go to any of the service providers like Senate offices or the lawyer offices that are available in the country. And the process is very easy to proceed with this to get the license. Actually, the investor starts the service with selecting the business activity that he needs. Then he selects the business location of that activity. Then the license of that activity will be displayed to him, and he can read the terms and conditions of that business activity, of that license. And by reading these terms and conditions, he undertakes to to be committed to perform these terms after he start practice his business activity.
The launched service comes within the efforts of the Ministry of Commerce, Industry and Investment Promotion to enable the private sector as a key partner in development and enhancing the Sultanate's international indicators regarding ease of practicing business in line with the directions of Oman Vision 2040. This endeavor will open up a wide range of opportunities for investors and entrepreneurs to commence their business activities in a timely manner, which will help in promoting both the business and investment environment in the country. Saleh Bukhalfan al-Rahbi, Sultanate of Oman Television, Muscat.
Meanwhile, the Minister of Commerce and Investments Promotion held a media meeting via video call. To learn more on that, here is another report.
At its first virtual media meeting, the Ministry of Commerce, Industry and Investment Promotion reviewed its achievements and plan for the current year and the initiatives that will be implemented within its various sectors to enhance the investment environment in the Sultanate and create a competitive business environment that promotes growth and economic diversification.
It's a very important day, and we are quite serious as a Ministry of Commerce, Industry and Investment Promotion to share with the society, the local and the international as well, to do, what is our agenda for this coming year for 2021. We will share with them our initiatives in each sector and also what we have achieved since the last 8 months, what kind of achievement has been done on the ground and some on the loop as well.
The event discussed the improved incentives for the business and investment environment in the economic stimulus plan and the Sultanate's participation in Expo Dubai 2020.
As you know, we have done a great initiative. Last week we have closed, for example, the meeting with our ambassadors based on the focus strategy for a targeted market. And we can see also the outcomes of that initiative is started already with our ambassadors. There is quite another initiative. As you see today, we have launched 1,500 permits automatically in the system of Invest Easy, where the investor don't need to go to anywhere else. They can get an immediate permit through the system, and we are quite proud of this achievement.
The media meeting also reviewed the efforts made by the Investment Services Center in managing and clearing investment projects in the manufacturing industries, tourism, health, energy and mining sectors, in addition to the retail trade sector, technology, real estate development, and the agricultural and fisheries wealth. For the Sultanate of Oman Television, Saleh Mukhalfan al-Rahbi, Muscat.
The Minister of Health announced that 3,139 new cases of COVID-19 cases have been registered in the Sultanate for the last 3 days, bringing the total number to 163,157 cases. The total number of deaths reached 1,712. The total recovered cases reached 146,677, which is 90% of the total recovery rate. The ministry indicated that the total number of inpatients reached 590, among which 186 are in intensive care unit. You're watching the Sultanate of Oman Television, and yet to come in our news bulletin. A sewage-eating bacteria was created in Australia that will offer a greener way to treat wastewater. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. Subscription for issue number 67 of government development bonds started with a value of 100 million Omani riyals. The maturity period is 7 years at a basic interest of 5.5% annually. A statement issued by the Central Bank of Oman CBO said that the subscription through auction will close on the 19th of April 2021. The auction will be conducted on the 20th of April 2021. OQ, the Sultanate's integrated global energy group, announced that it had inked a key agreement effectively formalizing the sale of its 36.62% share of its stake in Bharat Oman Refineries Limited, a major refinery located at Bina in the central Indian state of Madhya Pradesh. The Sultanate marks the Arab Orphan Day, which falls on the 2nd of April each year. The Sultanate gives special attention to the orphan children stemming from the Islamic principles to care of this category. It's also worth mentioning that the orphan category is among the priorities of the Minister of Social Development, as the child law protects their rights. It also stresses on the significance of blending this category in the community and give them moral and material support. And now for the international news. Iran Deputy Foreign Minister said today that his trip to Vienna for nuclear negotiations would not involve talks with the United States, either directly or indirectly. Abbas Araghchi said Iran's demand was for all sanctions to be lifted before it returned to fully complying with the accord. The U.S. and Iran had said last Friday that they would begin indirect negotiations next week, in one of the first signs of progress in efforts to try to get both countries back into compliance with the 2015 accord. But Araghchi's remarks today appear to suggest that this was no longer Iran's intention. Diplomats from Britain, China, France, Germany, Russia and Iran will take part in Tuesday's European Union brokered talks in Vienna. Those countries have remained in the accord known as the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, which bound Iran to nuclear restrictions in return for relief from U.S. and international sanctions. The owner of an unmanned truck that rolled onto a rail track and caused Taiwan's worst train disaster in decades apologized today. Li Yinxiang said that he will do everything he can to cooperate with the investigators and take on the responsibilities. Prosecutors in Hualien County, where the train derailed earlier, said they were seeking an arrest warrant for the truck's owner, who was questioned along with several others. The Hualien District's court allowed the truck owner to post bail of around $17,500, but he must stay in the country and avoid contact with any witnesses. Meanwhile, rescuers were working to remove a third carriage from the tunnel where the train crashed, killing 50 people and injuring 178. The train was carrying 494 people on Friday when it smashed into the construction truck that slid down a hillside above the tracks. Many passengers were crushed just before the train entered the tunnel. A super bug which eats sewage has been grown from scratch at a plant in Queensland in an Australian forest. These unique-looking bacteria are called Anamox bugs, and they thrive on wastewater, particularly that which flushes out of the toilet. Michelle Cool from Queensland Urban Utilities said they don't have X-ray vision or super strength. It's their big appetites that makes them so remarkable. They eat their way through sewage, getting rid of nitrogen and ammonium and cleaning it naturally in the process. They are purposefully grown on small plastic discs called carriers, which are then moved into sewage tanks. The more traditional process of cleaning wastewater used large amounts of chemicals and energy, but now the bacteria are providing a more sustainable and efficient way forward. The beeswax-grown bacteria were introduced by Queensland's urban utilities to cater to the rapidly growing population. The bacteria cannot be imported due to biosecurity laws, so urban utilities has had to grow them from scratch in temperature-controlled tanks. You're watching the Sultanate of Oman television, and to conclude this news bulletin, here are the main points once again. The Sultanate stresses its firm stand with Jordan and support for everything that would guarantee its security, sovereignty and stability. The Minister of Commerce, Industry and Investments Promotion launches automatic license approval service via Invest Easy platform. And 31 deaths and 3,130 new COVID-19 cases are registered in the Sultanate during the last 3 days. And with that, we do conclude this news bulletin brought to you live from this news center of the Sultanate of Oman television. COVID-19 is on the rise. So to prevent that, stay away from gathering, follow all the precautionary measures, and wear masks and keep washing your hands. Good night.